Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
And of course, my microphone's been muted that whole time. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, feds and degenerates, cuckolds of all ages. It's that time once again. It's Miles Culture Plate. It's June 1st, 2024. And I am your host, Miles Kevin Miles. Let's get on with the show. So yeah, that opening clip, let's bring that back up. So there's a monkey, and the caption says, when you Google the pills you saw in her bedroom or in her bathroom after you hit it raw.
No! Oh no!
So he's all shocked and upset because obviously she's got personality disorder. All right, let me bring that down. Yeah, folks. So let's just talk a little. Well, let's get into a couple stories, and then we'll talk. So this one's from the Independent. I'm not going to go long on this. This is bullshit news compared to some of the things I've got today. So this is from the Independent. Archaeologists discover extremely violent drawings by children in Pompeii. The sketches are believed to depict events the children had witnessed rather than imagined. Now, why would they think that? Archaeologists have uncovered charcoal sketches drawn by children in Pompeii, possibly depicting violent fights they may have witnessed. Sketches of gladiator stick figures were discovered during the excavations in recent months in Pompeii, a once thriving city that was destroyed when Mount Vesuvius erupted nearly 2,000 years ago. We got anybody out there in the chat? Feel free to say hello. I'm going to pour me some Egan's Irish whiskey. And yeah, you folks out there, if you want to shout out, feel free to say hello in the chat. I'll give you a toast. I'll show your comment on screen. We'll make it a party. Always love interacting with my chat. So cheers and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. The archaeologists also found outlines of 3 small hands, 2 figures playing with a ball, a hunting scene possibly featuring a boar, and 2 fighters, one of whom is lying on the ground. The director of the site, Gabriel Zuchtriegel, said the native line drawings found on the wall of a house known as the Colonnaded Cenacle were probably done by children aged 6 or 7. Psychologists from Federico II University in Naples believe the sketches depicted events the children had witnessed rather than imagined, he said. In Pompeii, even young children were exposed to extreme violence between humans and animals in the sands of the ancient city's amphitheater, Zutrigel said. Other discoveries this week included a portrait of a hooded child with a small dog at his feet, found in the so-called House of the Painters at work. At the entrance of the house, skeletons of a man and woman were discovered, an elderly couple that had probably sought refuge in vain from the pumice and ash that rapidly overwhelmed the city during the volcanic eruption. Last month, authorities in Pompeii revealed a black-walled dining hall with paintings inspired by the Trojan War. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to get into that, but I read damn near the whole thing. But yeah, what will they find in the remains of the American society far after we get nuked? So so earlier this week there was a whole incident. There was a whole incident with Mike Tyson having some sort of medical incident. Uh-oh. Tim Gay Music says, "Party, let's go, let's go! Cheers, brother. Good seeing you." Chicks with dicks, unfortunately. Oh no, yeah, not today, folks. All right, but now it's official. According to the Associated Press, Mike Tyson's fight with Jake Paul has now been postponed after Tyson's health episode. So we got Mike Tyson not being able to fight. Uh, Further down in here, Tyson became nauseous and dizzy during the final hour of a flight from Miami to Los Angeles last Sunday. His plane was met by first responders who attended to the former champ. Tyson's camp attributed the episode to an ulcer problem. My body's in better overall shape than it has been since the 90s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon, Tyson said in the statement. Jake Paul, this may have bought you some time, but in the end, you'll still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience. Can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year. I fully put so this is Jake Paul here. I fully support postponing the event so Mike Tyson has no excuses come fight night. My fans know I don't want to face Mike at anything but his best, but let there be no mistake. When he steps in the ring with me, I'll be ready to reclaim my W with a sensational finish. Hey, we got Kevin. Kevin over on Rumble. Cheers and welcome. That is a damn good question, Kevin. Did the Pompeians blame it on TV or video games? I mean, of course not. I mean, Tim Pool's Game Music says GTA 3, but no, because you know, here's the thing: the Roman Empire was destroyed more so by their own degeneracies, right? They didn't have the sexual degeneracies like we have. They had, yeah. All right, let me bring that down. So, shout out to Mike Tyson. Get healthy, man. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that fight. I'm still boycotting Netflix after the cuties thing. In other sports news, now again, I usually don't cover a lot of sports news, so bear with me if you're following along here. I don't cover a whole lot of sports news, but this clip of Caitlin Clark getting fouled is going popular, and I have a little take on this. So let's bring this up here. Let's watch this video here.
And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter and Clark.
All right, so you have that video. Now, I'm going to bring that down for just a second. No, where'd the second video go? I had three things to show on this. Oh no. Dang it. Hang on. Hang on. Bear with me. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Yes, Sangland86 in the chat over on Rumble. Welcome and cheers, brother. Good seeing you. Who gave the WNBA roids? Well, here's the thing. It's not about the roids, right? It's all the other hormones they're taking, and the the fact that many of them are members of the June month community, right? Okay, so I found the other video I was looking for. Sorry, I had to go hunt for it. I usually have that stuff ready. Okay, here's an after game interview.
Kind of on the play before bumping in with Caitlin. It seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the fever
I
score.
ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
Kind of on the play.
I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions. What did you say to her? I didn't say nothing. Now let's rewatch that last video real quick. Let's rewatch that last video one more time. Oh,
a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary?
it looked like she said,
Kennedy
"You
Carter
bitch."
And Clark.
June month is now Patriot month. We took it back. Well, tell that to the lovely ladies of the NBA. Tell that to the lovely ladies of the NBA. So did she didn't say nothing,
And
right?
Clark.
She didn't say nothing. She did nothing. Didn't do nothing.
Clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy
You
Carter.
bitch, it looked like she said. Now. All right. So there's that. Now, here's a related news article. Thank you to the New York Post. Caitlin Clark has a suspension problem lurking. Caitlin Clark has officially entered dangerous territory to potentially get suspended by the WNBA for cumulative technical fouls this season. When Clark got in the face of Seattle Storm guard Victoria Vivians, and the two were hit with double technical fouls in Indiana on Thursday night, it was Clark's third technical foul in the first 9 games of her career. WNBA rules stipulate that players get suspended for a game when they receive their 7th technical foul of the season, and an additional game for every other technical after that. This means that Clark can receive no more than 3 technical fouls in the remaining 31 games of the season to stay under this threshold. So here's my question. Do you have other women in the WNBA, and I use the term women loosely, by the way. Do you have other women in the WNBA who are so jealous of Caitlin Clark, they would try to spoil her season by provoking her into fights like this? She is quite literally the only thing bringing money into your sport right now. If you folks get better paychecks going forward, it will be because of her. And yet these women who owe the current success of the WNBA to Caitlin Clark and instead want to take her out. They want to engage her in rough basketball play. And again, I'm not getting all protective. Hey, you don't touch my girl. No, I think it's funny. Honestly, if it were up to me, I'd just take this foul rule that this article's talking about and just ditch it. Just let them play. Kevin says, yeah, Caitlin has to handle this with the grace that Jackie Robinson did when he joined the majors. Yep. Hey, we got Cool Frog over in the chat giving a good peace sign. Peace and good seeing you, brother. Wish I could have joined you last night, but I got too much going on this weekend. How much is the team willing to pay for a bench warming? Yeah, her contract. She winds up having to sit a bunch of games out because she keeps getting fouled and fouling back. Then, yeah, that's going to be an expensive contract. It's something to think about, folks. But that's the name of the game with sports. When you're the hot ticket, everyone gets jealous and wants to take you down. But the whole sport of WNBA went from a mockery to now something everyone's talking about. So maybe you ladies should just push the brakes. Okay, speaking of push the brakes, I'm not going to get deep into a talk about economics, but I did see that there were some trending conversations, I guess you would say, conversations happening about the economy. And then kind of to remind myself of this conversation, I bookmarked this. I bookmarked this New York Post article. I promise, guys, I don't just get my news from the New York Post, but there's a day like today. I'm not gonna lie. Today was kind of a slow news day. You know, Granted, you had a lot of people still talking about the Trump stuff. I kind of talked about it. I did a special stream last night, so shout out if you've seen that stream last night, where I talked a little bit about the Trump stuff. But there's nothing I could say that hasn't been already covered and analyzed from every different direction. The news is no longer news, so I don't have a lot more to say on the Donald Trump stuff. I have the same opinion you already had, so I'm not going to reiterate that. But other than that, it's been kind of a slow news day. We will be talking about the Alex Jones stuff here in a minute. In fact, it's the next story. But I did want to talk about economics because I did see some discussion. So I saw this here. New York Post. Number of Pennsylvania residents relying on food stamps and Medicaid is skyrocketing. So that's Pennsylvania. I'm not going to read the article, but I will leave it on the screen while I talk a little bit. So I saw a conversation happening when I was looking up economic stuff and I was looking up trending topics. I saw a few conversations happen, and there are a lot of people talking about the housing market right now, and it kind of instilled this rant in me, right? This fucking anger, because so many people just don't understand the effect of the Federal Reserve. They don't understand the effect of inflation. They don't understand that energy policy, housing policy, transportation policy, that these things don't take place in a vacuum. They don't take place in a vacuum. That if any of those things, if they become harder to access and the price goes up, they affect the entire rest of the economy. And so I saw somebody complaining that so there was this estimate that in the past 10 years, housing prices have gone up like $20,000. The average housing price has gone up like $20,000. And then someone down in the comments was like, well, that's ridiculous. Rent hasn't gone up $2,000 a year. It was $20,000 a year to afford a house. Let me see if I can find that the tweet just to be average housing. Da, 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 da. I'm not going to be able to find it. Maybe Grok can help me. Twitter. Anyway, so it was something along the lines of the average cost of housing has increased. Here we go. Here, I'll just go ahead and share this while I'm looking. So what Grok says is, in recent discussions about housing prices, several key points have emerged. There's a growing concern over the affordability of homes, with some areas seeing more significant impact than others. The price of the average American home has surpassed the peak of the 2000s housing bubble, leading to worries about another potential crash. This situation is exacerbated by the fact that many people are now paying more than 30% of their income on housing, which the census classifies as being cost burden. Housing shortages and soaring prices are also a part of the conversation. In some areas, the price of homes has increased by 20% or more during the pandemic. The rise in home prices is attributed to various factors, including zoning laws, limits on construction, blah, 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 blah. Okay, where did I see? No. Anyway, I'm not gonna be able to find the dang thing I'm referencing. So I'm just gonna get rid of that. Feel free to chime in, folks. Look, this idea that it's absurd that housing would cost 20% more this year than last year is, or year over year, whatever. You know, the thought that someone's paying an extra $2,000 a year for rent, it's not as absurd as it sounds. It's across the board because landlords, because interest rates have shot up, because landlords have a higher overhead now for construction materials, etc. They have to pay higher wages. Thing that says, of course, they leave out people buying land to stop farming, etc. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: energy costs have gone up. You know, like I said, any one of these dominoes falls over, it affects all the others. So when energy costs go up, naturally, every other aspect of the economy goes up because every aspect of the economy takes energy to run. Every aspect of the economy takes transportation to run. Every aspect of the economy takes real estate, takes investment. And so when you have these far left wingers talk about, oh, let's just raise minimum wage. Well, that's literally going to be overhead for all of these other industries. You think the warehouse making widgets isn't going to have to, and now they may not pay a minimum wage. They may pay higher than minimum wage, but you bet damn sure if the state's minimum wage goes up, then the people making widgets in a factory, which, let's be honest, doesn't happen as much in America anymore, but the widgets that are made in America, those workers in the factory, they're not going to want to be just an inch above minimum wage, and they're going to demand a pay raise. The price of everything is going to go up. And if you have the fast food workers demanding a pay wage, that's your grocery workers, that's your fast food workers, that's your restaurant workers. Then the people working in the factories on the widget, their food costs go up. Now they can't afford to eat, so they have to demand a raise in their widget factory. Yes, minimum plus modifier, says Sanglant. So, again, this idea that it's absurd that it raised that much. No, it's going to be exponential, and it's going to get worse until we get control of the dollar. All right, folks. Alex Jones put this video out. Now, granted, oh yeah, just real quick, a show note: we are not on Twitch today. For some reason, right as I was going live, Rumble Studio refused to connect to Twitch. I might have to look. I might have been banned from Twitch. I'm not sure. But we are not live on Twitch today, so make of that what you will. Let's see. Alex Jones. Alex Jones put this video out last night.
Down Trump. And hours after they have their false conviction, they're making their move to shut down InfoWars right now. But because of we the people, and because of your support, we're going to stop them together. And for breaking news and updates, be sure and follow me at Real Alex or Almost Been Killed. So most of the top NASCAR drivers have either died in wrecks or almost been killed.
Oh, wait, is this 12 minutes?
And
oh, shit.
They're always right.
I'm not going to be able to listen to this whole
Friday
thing.
night at 8 o'clock at night, literally telling the crew, well, you better get your personal effects out of here because they're going to lock the doors. And so I exposed it. I found out about it. They go, oh, we're your friends. We're not going to shut down right now. You can trust us. Well, I don't trust any of that. I don't trust any of it. And I've got all the details. I've got all the documents. I've got all the proof.
Sorry, I thought this was like a 3-minute video.
There's 1,000 shows want me on. We're going to be able to be on the air
Alex,
regardless,
man,
because of the fact that there's a real fight for free speech and people value this show. People want to hear what I have to say. But InfoWars, 30 years I've been on air, 27 since I created Infowars.com, and
okay.
a path the last week in court to keep this open at least another year with different political.
Okay, so long story short, here, Mike Adams, the health ranger, puts it in better terms. Sorry. Alex Jones just broadcast today that the government is right now in the process of attempting to illegally seize the InfoWars studios, to put locks on the doors, then force liquidate all broadcast assets to silence him. Alex slept in his studio last night and has publicly said he would call on local police to stop the illegal federal raid on his studios. Details are coming in slowly. The situation is uncertain. Not able to verify anything at this time, but everyone should pray for Alex Jones and the InfoWars operation. Pray for their safety and their defense against a corrupt cabal of government thugs who have quote-unquote convicted Trump of a made-up crime and are now shutting down prominent alt media in America. See Infowars.com/show to see Alex broadcast from earlier today. Hear the details straight from him. Now, Alex did a broadcast today talking about it. And he's kind of been doing kind of an emergency broadcast all day long to talk about it. And what it sounds like is, he's trying to declare bankruptcy to avoid the ridiculous judgment against him, or at least some of it. He's tried to do, he's gotten a settlement against some of those judgments. He's trying to come up with the money. And now the government's saying, you didn't come up with the money fast enough. We're just going to seize your assets and auction them off and use that to pay for your settlements. Now, again, I'm not going to comment on the validity of the cases against him. I think you all can guesstimate what my opinions on those are. But I was watching earlier today, and this moment happened, this beautiful moment. And a lot of moments like this have happened today on the Alex Jones Show. So I wanted to bring this up and show this here.
I've been under attack. I've been gaslit. I've had secret federal filings filed on me that I'm committing crimes, referred to the Justice Department, which of course wasn't true. We'd already filed it in federal court months before. They didn't even check this shit. If you're going to fucking frame somebody and fucking lie about them to goddamn federal court with the fucking know it's already filed in the goddamn court, you bastard. So fuck you. And fuck anybody else that tries to go on your shit. You want fucking war, you fucking got it. I told you one more fucking lie, and I was going to do this, all right? I tried to sustain this place. I didn't believe America was as corrupt as this. I didn't believe we were this fucked, and we are this fucked. This country is administratively got a bunch of scum in charge of it. That's why it's going down the tubes, and America and the whole world sees it. So you misjudged who I am, and any of your minions misjudged who I am, and you have no idea. No idea. So go ahead. Try to jerk off some operation to shut the doors here and do that and prove everything I said. It doesn't matter. And I don't sit there and make threats. I make promises.
They were waiting on them to leave the studio so they could chain the doors shut.
But I will. And you will, at the end of the day, know that Alex Jones, the American patriot, defeated your evil ass. You guys want to comment?
Well, I'll just say.
All right, I'm going to bring that down. Now, look, what's going to happen? I don't know. Alex says that his father has a lien on the business, on the property, and it's illegal to seize something if it has a lien against it because the lien holder has the first claim. Now, you ask me, that's, kind of interesting that his father has the lien on it. Seems like kind of a way to dodge this whole situation, but at the same time, if that's the law, if that's the legal, if that's the way things are, then maybe what they're trying to do is provoke yet another dangerous situation. If Alex Jones is truly having to sleep in his studio to keep it, this may wind up being a standoff type situation, and that could get real fucking dangerous real fast. Singlet sees me coming out as a VTuber. I thought about it. I heard there's great money in that. And the anonymity would be just good for me. But what do we do? What do we do when our society is corrupt, right? Do we do the Black Lives Matter, right? Do we take to the city and riot? I think there's got to be a better way, right? There has to be a better way. Well, today in London, they did this. I'll take down the copyrighted music there. So yeah, Tommy Robinson organized this massive protest in London. Look at all the people protesting against unchecked immigration. Now, granted, a lot of y'all, yes, Tim Pool's gay music. If we riot, we lose. Yeah, exactly. We can't, there's been a lot of talk about the high road in the last 24 hours with the whole Trump thing. Let me go ahead and bring this down for just a minute. I'll get back to this. There's been a lot of talk in the last 24 hours about the high road. And I agree with a lot of people that on the one hand, we can't afford to take the high road. Like with the situation with Donald Trump, if Donald Trump gets into office, he needs to take the FBI over. He needs to take the DOJ over and play by their rules. I'm the last person to advise using the Banana Republic tactics. But I heard the quartering say, yeah, no. We need to see Fani Willis, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, Alvin Bragg. We need to see all these people investigated. Dig up anything. Dig up the overdue library books. Dig up the day they didn't wipe their butt good enough coming out of the porta potty. Dig up, every time they flew to Vegas and who they visited. Judge Engeron, Judge Marchand. We're at the point to where, yeah, we don't riot. We will use their laws against them. You want laws, you want government overreach. You want to nitpick everything right-wingers do. You want to take the people who were displaying their patriotism on January 6th and treat them like the people who were actually getting violent on January 6th. You want to lock them up, put them in solitary confinement. Sometimes without even charging them. You better have your asses clean, folks. And yeah, this is my appeal to President Trump. If you win in November, you better take control of the investigative agencies and the executive branch. And you better make sure that they're not used against every individual like me, much in the way been used in the UK against Tommy Robinson and people like this. all these beautiful people. Now, again, I'm not saying beautiful people just because most of them appear to be white, but it is Great Britain. They are Britons. Nothing wrong with that. So we had this post just about an hour, a little over an hour and a half ago. A big group of police officers mobilizing at Trafalgar Square. I asked if they were dealing with people from the British rally earlier. Police confirmed no, it was Real Madrid fans. And then said, to be honest, we were told to expect trouble from the rally, but we didn't get any. So again, yeah, we don't riot. We don't riot. We show up in numbers. We show support. And we show that the sane way is the honest way. But we are not above doing low blows and playing by your rules when it involves these dumb laws you guys have made in order to entrap patriots. All right. So let me do this. So you may be wondering what the title of the video is all about, what the title of the live stream is all about. There was a teacher who had been fired. I think it was Houston, Texas. A teacher who had been fired. And Black Panther member of the new Black Panther Party, Quanell X, had this to say about this.
You really can't make this stuff up. It is absolutely appalling, shameful, and frightening that these are the type of educators that are in an elementary school teaching our children. But now we got a teacher in the classroom on school hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video. And all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair.
There we go. So, and it appears the sound came in mono. So if all y'all are fucking around without a right speaker, I'm sorry. That's the video feed here. But hopefully you folks are all listening in on stereo in some way, shape, or form and can hear the other channel. Yeah. So this is what happens. We have these teachers who, they're teaching elementary school students, and then they're getting online and showing the private area. Now, there was another video that had this speech side by side with the teacher's video. I felt Tipples game musically. WTF did I just hear? That's how you burn a teacher. Thank you, Sanglet. So yeah, but I decided not to show that. I figured I would spare you the cellulite hanging in pubic hair. Not that you could really see. There was some blur, but even with the blur, you're not into ladies like that. I kind of am, but you're not into big ladies like that. You would have been grossed out, and I thought I would spare you. But anyway, let's hear the rest of what he has to say here.
This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And she made multiple videos. Yes, the district was unaware until we brought this to their attention. If she would do this in the classroom, what else will she do? This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties, spreads her cheeks.
Pulls them down and spreads them. Pulls them down and spreads them.
I'm lying. I'm telling you what's on the video. Spreads her cheeks. This is madness. This woman should never, ever be allowed to be an educator.
I love it. I love it when a man acts so outraged like he's never seen a booty hole before. I love it. I love this. Now I've heard this guy's had some bad takes. I think when I was searching for some more context to this video, I did see that he's been in debates with Jesse Lee Peterson and such, and I saw that he had some bad takes during that, and it's great, but this is just lovely. I love this. I love this so much.
This woman should never be allowed to work around children ever again. And I believe that if a thorough investigation takes place, you can find something criminally to bring her into a courtroom for, because I've seen law enforcement put parents in courtrooms for far much less than this. If we can put Donald Trump in the courtroom and find something to prosecute him for, don't tell me we can't find something to prosecute this woman for. This is sad. This is madness. This is.
And isn't that really the whole story about this Donald Trump thing? To me, that's the big part of the story, is these same district attorneys in New York can link like 3 crimes together in order to claim Donald Trump committed a felony by misclassifying a document, misclassifying the payment of funds on a document, right? That this somehow is a felony connected to another felony connected to another felony, and therefore, you know, Jenga, we have a federal felony, right, or a state felony based off a federal law. But yet, all this violence that's going on in the state of New York and in New York City, we just, you know, no, we just need to let them out on bail. You know, we don't need to prosecute these crimes. Donald Trump, yeah, let's throw the book at him. And you got these pervert teachers, yeah, let's not. She didn't do nothing.
Filth at its finest.
Period. You know, this is not a place for that. You do not sexualize our children. You don't come with that sexualized type behavior on any type of school campus. You keep that mess in your bedroom. So like I said, your porn days is over, sis. You're doing too much.
Okay, your porn days is over, sis. You're doing too much. All right, so yeah, I should have looked and seen if I could find an article. You know what? Let me just do that now. We still have a little bit of time. We are going to get into the Love Don't Judge, Love Does Admonish segment. Let me see if I can at least find a picture of the teacher so that I don't have to bring up the video of her showing off her fat booty. Here we go. Houston Elementary pornography. Let me just Google that and see what comes up. Here we go. Here we go. Here's an article. No picture of the teacher. Hang on. Surely there's got to be a picture of this lady somewhere. I don't want to show the video. Houston News. Continue without disabling ad blocker. Yes. Nope. Still no picture of the teacher. Jesus Christ. Hang on. Let me see. Let me do this. It still doesn't say. It doesn't give her name. That's part of the problem. It doesn't give her name. Four articles and no. Here, let me see. Let me do this. Let me search for it on X. Maybe I will bring up the video of her booty, but not actually show the video. I'll show the moments before when she still has clothes on. Well, let's see, where's the... Okay, so just so you folks can get an idea, here you go. This is her on the right. Oh, and of course my banner's covering it up. Let me just remove my banner for a minute. This is her. This is her. Singlet says it was an accident. So yeah, this woman pulls up her shirt, pulls up her pant, pulls down her pants. Yep, it was all an accident. It was all an accident. Cellulose and pubic hair. All an accident. Yes, Tim Pool's gay music gives the vomit. All right, let me bring that down. Okay, one more video before we get into the good stuff. You may remember I did a show, it might have been about a year ago by now, about the asshole test, where I talked about different ways to test whether or not people are assholes. And in that, I briefly mentioned there was a 4chan post about the shopping cart test, right? And judging the health of a society by whether or not people will return shopping carts, because the thought is, well, you get no reward for returning the shopping cart. No one is going. There's not a law, so no one's going to throw you in jail or punish you in any real dangerous way. But it's like, you should be ashamed of not doing it. Other people can see you not doing it. Other people will, you know. And so, yeah, we got this. Temple's Gay Music says, "Hey, I know her." Oh no. Oh no. Tell her to keep her pants on. Tell her to keep her pants on. At least on public social media. Anyway, so yeah, and let's hear this woman's take. Let's hear this woman's take on the shopping cart test.
I'm not returning my shopping cart, and you can judge me all you want.
Okay, I already have. You're a piece of shit. You're a scummy fucking piece of shit. You're no better than the fat pile of shit we were just talking about, and you're no better than the piles of shit I was talking about prosecuting Donald Trump earlier. You are a fucking piece of shit.
I'm not getting my groceries into my car, getting my children into the car, and then leaving them in the car to go return the cart.
Who told you to put your fucking kids in the car? Why are your kids in the fucking car? Have your kids help you drag the fucking shopping cart across the goddamn parking lot. Then put your fucking kids in the car. Nobody's gonna fucking steal your goddamn car in the 2 seconds it takes you to fucking walk 15 fucking feet over the fucking cart corral. Oh, Temple's Gay Music says raccoon-eyed bitch. Yes. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. These women, they come on TikTok and they try to explain away their shit behavior like this. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Just leave my groceries unattended in the back seat of my car, which has a fucking lock on it? Yes. Because somebody parked 3 rows over with a Corvette doesn't want your fucking shopping cart strolling along and hitting their goddamn car. You are a piece of shit, lady. You are a lazy fucking piece of shit. You're clearly hitting the wall, right? You're hitting the wall. You're gaining weight. Yeah, Sanglin's asking if she's wearing eye tape. I'm going all in on her now. Because you know what? I'm not gonna call your average woman fat. I'm not gonna call your average woman lazy, regardless of what my thoughts might be. I'm not gonna say that to a woman or about a woman when I think, she's just trying to live her damn life. But this fucking woman, this selfish piece of shit right here, yeah, I'm judging you because of your shopping cart habit. Because if you'll do it with the shopping cart, you'll do it with everything else in society, and it proves that you're nothing but a selfish piece of shit. Take your fucking kids with you, put the cart away, lock your car door if you have to, then come back and get in the car with your kids and the groceries. It takes less than a minute. You get no rewards, but you won't have me on the internet calling you a fat, disgusting, lazy piece of trash. All right. Let's bring that down. Sorry. That shit sets me off. It really does. The asshole test stuff really sets me off. So I'm pretty sure everyone here, at least everyone I've seen, we do have, a few more viewers than I've seen in the chat. So let's do this. Let me explain. There's a YouTube channel called Love Don't Judge. Love Don't Judge, they like to talk about unique relationships that might seem weird to other folks on the internet. The problem is these people are usually playing the victim of the judgment they are receiving on the internet. And so we here at Mild's Culture Plate, we try to determine whether or not this judgment is warranted and if these people's unique way of finding love deserves a little bit of admonishment. So today on Love Does Admonish, we have my stripper husband sleeps with other women.
This is Emily. She fell in love with Valentino. They have an unconventional agreement in their marriage.
He sleeps with other women. And
All
I
right.
love it.
People online question Valentino's loyalty to Emily.
We're disgusting. They think he controls
I
me.
control her. Swinging is just a nice way of you saying our relationship isn't working.
They are finally going to reveal what
Oh, God. All right.
their relationship is really like to Valentino's brother.
So I haven't told you everything like how we are relationship wise.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I usually eat 6 meals a day. It's
6
prepped
meals a
out,
day.
Frozen.
Frozen.
She does all the cooking.
He'll go dance on the weekends, and I'll be here doing meal.
Now, wait a minute. I got to judge that real quick. You're going to cut up fresh vegetables? Vegetables that don't require freezing? You're just going to cut them up and throw them in the freezer? Come on, folks. Broccoli. Go get some fresh broccoli. Put it in the fridge. Broccoli in the freezer? Bro, come on.
Prep and laundry.
I am a male entertainer and personal trainer.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on the idea of frozen broccoli, but frozen broccoli is frozen broccoli. Frozen broccoli comes frozen and it's in a bag. This is clearly broccoli that has been prepared and put in a container to be put in the freezer. Come on.
And I do medical coding and billing.
Match made in heaven.
I fell in love with a
Medical
stripper.
coding and billing. Look, why isn't she stripping? Like that's my only question here. Is, granted, to each their own, yes. But usually you attract people with similar interests. Watch. Look, knowing what I know about the Love Don't Judge show, watch. We're going to hear about halfway in that she's got an OnlyFans and yeah, I bet.
My best friend took me to a male review show. So I'm watching him give my best friend a lap dance, and I was like, okay, I'm next.
I'm a sucker for teeth, a smile. Body was everything. I took my time with her. I do like 3 or 4 tricks.
And I got all 7 minutes.
Yeah. After the show, she wrote her name on a piece of paper and said, hit me up. A lot of girls about hooking up.
So again, we always talk about the difference in genders, folks. You can never make a hoe a housewife. But it's still yet to be determined how successful it could be to turn a gigolo into a house husband. This woman's giving it her best shot.
Up that same night and you leave, you don't hear from her again. She was different. We stay in contact, talk every day for about 2 weeks. I was in Buffalo. I said, hey, I'm in New York.
Buffalo?
She drove 7 hours after meeting me once to come see me again.
Wait, what?
It just been smooth sailing from there. And 4 years later, now we are married.
Fellas, get your drizzle, man. Don't date a lady unless she's willing to drive 7 hours.
So, what are we doing at the gym today?
A little full body workout. Because again, do a little touch up before going out.
Let's get it.
Little touch
I'm
up.
ready.
Get it on. Get the gym going.
Say we became an official couple the night we met. We are.
You notice like everything he's wearing has the logo of his strip club on it. Right? He was wearing this like baseball button up. Now he's wearing a basketball jersey, and yeah, they all got the strip club. I've got gnats in my damn room. I don't know how they got in here.
Well.
I have no food in
There's
here.
no exclusivity here.
Just water and whiskey.
Towards the beginning of our relationship, since he was on tour, obviously, it's free reign to do whatever you want. Just make sure you tell me about it. We see each other 1 weekend a month if we're lucky. I don't expect you to not have sex with anybody, that's, come on.
So they're in a long distance relationship. But wait, it says husband. They're married? I'm still fascinated here.
So I remember I get a phone call one day and he said,
oh, she does kind of look like the diapered
there's this
YouTube
girl
cutie.
I know coming to one of the shows tonight. I'm probably going to hang out with her after. I just wanted to give you the heads up. Of course, yeah, I don't care. The next day, the message I got was,
hey, you should have married
she brought
the
a
chubby
friend.
blonde.
It was a I don't know how that makes you feel. Like, do you want to run? I'm like, listen, I'm not going anywhere. That cool. Did you have fun? Was it good at least? I don't know. I was kind of proud of you.
All right.
There's no secrets.
All
so nobody will ever be able to come to me and say anything about him that I don't already know.
Yeah.
Okay, now, again, I talk a lot about polyamorous philosophy, and there are a lot of people who advocate the don't ask, don't tell stuff. There's a lot of fucking ways it can go wrong with the don't ask, don't tell, because you don't ask, don't tell, and then you wind up finding out later, and it's some shit that just blows your fucking mind. At least if you already know how bad it is, you can kind of swallow your fucking pride a little bit and live with the fact that somebody's done this nasty shit to my partner. But again, the better option is if you have a jealous bone in your body, just don't get into relationships like this. And shout out to this chick. She doesn't appear to be super jealous about it. So
a lot of girls be like, okay, you sure she okay with this? I tell them all the time.
Message
her.
A lot of the lifestyle focuses around the woman in the relationship.
Exactly.
I focus around him.
I was trying to bring guys in for her.
Drizzle.
Sure that she taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, I'm good.
Stop asking.
I know what I have, and I know what I had in the past. You are more than enough. I am very satisfied. You are more than. I'm like, okay, all right.
I work out 5 times a week. As a male entertainer, your body is your money maker. So I got plenty of time in the gym.
Ooh, we get a lot of judgmental remarks on social media regarding being swingers.
100%. That's just a stigma.
That we're disgusting for doing that.
Or he let your man do anything he wants and you don't.
They think he controls me.
Yeah, why do you not?
Oh,
That's the real question. What are you?
But these comments are interesting. Of course he's black. My response.
What?
I'm glad you're not colorblind. I guess swing is a black thing.
I'm sorry. That was fucking. Oh my god. Look. Say what you will about interracial relationships. I mean, it's the thing now, right? That's what's in all of our commercials, what's in movies. The fact that the internet chose to point that out here, and look again, shout out to her, man. She's handling it like a champ a little bit, and like they were saying, why don't you? Because she doesn't need the variety. Apparently, she. My ex-wife used to say, I wouldn't get anything else from another guy that I'm not already getting. Right. Whereas with dudes, like different women have really radically different connections available to them. Anyway.
Oh, you guys will divorce in the next day.
Again, I'm not trying to propagandize this. Don't do this. This shit's dangerous, folks.
A decade is a pretty long time.
Well,
First off,
I think that's a win.
Swinging is just a nice way of you saying our relationship isn't working, but we are too deep to break up. So let's just cheat on each other.
Yeah, were they doing it the
Learn
whole
the
time?
definition of cheating.
That's
Then you get these good ones. It actually saved
Mom.
my marriage. 3 years now, loving the lifestyle. Thank you. I think we get an equal
We
amount
do an equal amount,
of the
man.
judgment, and then
Yeah.
also people who definitely support.
What?
Everybody in our life who matters to us is really supportive. I mean, I will say our family doesn't know that we're swingers.
Uh-oh. Not the family.
Brandon's my little brother. He's definitely vanilla.
Do you think it's about time to tell him?
Not sure his reaction going to be.
Uh-oh.
So,
Let's
yeah. Yeah,
He's,
so it's
he's
gonna be
your brother.
interesting.
If your brother knows anything about
What up,
heterosexuality,
man?
he's
How
going to
you
be
been?
fucking...
So, I haven't told
gonna
you
be a bro.
everything, like how we are relationship-wise.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
So, me and El, we are swingers.
Hold on. Where you at? Okay, so I knew about the open. I knew about the open relationship. What's the difference?
We do enjoy
Wait, he already
bringing
knew.
another woman into the bedroom.
I got you. As long as you guys know what fits you, why you guys.
He knew about the openness. So what are you revealing here? Like, again, the difference between an open relationship and swinging, it's like that far of a difference. There's really not much to say.
Fell in love with each other. You guys have a closer bond. There are people I know that's been married 30 plus years. If that's something that works for you, you know what I'm saying? Who am I to judge?
Well, I definitely appreciate it. I wasn't sure how you was going to
You're
take
a
it.
little nervous.
I love you guys, so don't change.
Love
Love
you.
too, bro. Well, that went well.
When I go to a show, I like to
Of course
sit
it
back
went well,
in the
because he
corner.
already fucking
I
knew.
don't want women to ever feel
I
uncomfortable.
swear
Like,
they
oh,
fake
that's his
shit
girl.
on
I
this
probably
show
shouldn't
so much.
touch him. Have your fun. Shoot your shot, girl.
So I just washed your clothes for the show. We got your high socks.
Isn't that the cope, though?
Show
At least he's
underwear,
coming home to me.
And of course, the tearaway pants.
Thank
But
you.
wasn't that the whole
Wifey.
Jack Murphy? Oh, come on.
There are 0 rules in our relationship regarding his performances. He could do whatever he wants up there. If he wanted to whip it out and do helicopters, I mean, feel free.
And that would never happen. You gotta pay extra for that.
For people who want to judge
That would never
us,
happen. And then
I
he says you got to
think
pay
I would
extra.
have to
Well, that sounds
say-
like it could happen. It's literally got a price. Oh my god. See that to me? There we go. Okay, that I'm gonna have some thoughts about that.
You. No, I'm kidding. Look at yourself. Are you so perfect? I think what I love most about my husband is the way he makes me feel. You make me feel like I am your whole world.
I feel like just to be seen and heard how she made me feel as a man, like
I'm
it's,
gonna tell
it's
you
everything.
Okay, so here we go. Here's where I'm judging them. Here's my admonishment. This relationship does work. I can tell it fucking works great. This relationship is fucking great. But let me explain why. One, he's buff, right? He's hot, has other women lusting after him. It's called pre-selection in the red pill movement, right? Pre-selection, when other women love how hot a dude is and want him to touch them, like that's hot to other women. So you have that, right? And it works for her because she's just pretty enough, but just innocent enough that the weird, disgusting women he encounters at work, like they don't compare. They're not going to be up on her level relationship wise. They're never going to match the energy she's going to have for them, for him. Tipples Gay Music. Which Hodge twin was that? Oh God, yes. I mean, they totally could. They totally could. And so, but for him, that's what he sees in her. Hodge twin. I can't even look at my screen. Oh my, you're awesome. You're awesome. My chat is so awesome sometimes. But ultimately, the other reason it works is sex work is very lucrative. There's a lot of money flowing into that household. So not only does he have pre-selection, he's also able to be a provider. Notice, like I said, I called it that she would be on OnlyFans. I admit I was wrong. I was completely wrong. His income is able to support the both of them. But here's my admonishment. Now you heard it right there. If I whip it out, that's going to cost extra. Now, what are his pre-selection? What are his pre-selection criteria? If he's gone for long periods of time and communicating with her, Sango says the Lost Hodge triplet. Oh God. Dimples Gave Music says Keith or Kev. Maybe they switched up. Yeah, maybe they got a Kenny here. What was this guy's name again? Valentino. Yeah, it doesn't start with K, so maybe he's not a Hodge. Maybe he's not a Hodge. Anyway, so what I was saying, what are his criteria for getting one of these hoes, right? Getting one of these crazy women that are showing up. You know, if he's calling her and saying, you know, I'm having random threesomes with women, is he pre-screening them to make sure that they don't have STDs? Right? Is he pre-screening them that they're not bipolar psychos that are going to fall in love with him at first penetration and stalk your home? Right? That they're not going to be crazy women that are going to go out of their way to try to break up your marriage. If there is a price, then there's a price to kind of look the other way when certain things go wrong. So this is very dangerous, folks. It's exciting. It's funny. It gives you a chuckle to watch. But man, that chick right there is fucking a little bit delusional, but a little bit really fucking strong and brave for going through with this. But I see why. Because you know he's bringing home the money. And other chicks view him as a status symbol that makes her look good. Yeah, Kevin asked, yeah, what about her? Is she getting strange on the side as well? Now, she claimed she wasn't. But she did mention that he offered threesomes and stuff with her and that she said no. So I'm sure if she wanted to, she could at least have a chick. But again, I don't know. And again, this video was put out 8 months ago, so a lot of stuff could have happened between now and then. But again, if they've been together a decade, if they've known each other for a decade, I don't think it's all going to fall apart just, after this YouTube video come out. Anyway, it is past the top of the hour. That means I'm going to have to go cook me some dinner here in a moment. So I need to wrap the show up. Folks, if you haven't done so yet, please click that like button. Click the like button. If you're new here, please follow the channel. Even temporarily, it will help out. Feel free to disable the notifications. But if you want to enable the notifications and you want to know when I go live, please do that. Follow me on all the social media platforms down in the description, except for maybe Twitch, because I have a feeling that I'm going to check my email later tonight and be really pissed off that my Twitch account isn't as active as I'd hoped. So yeah, until then, Kevin says, thanks for the entertainment as always, Mild. Yeah, thank you. Because knowing other people are going through these stories with me and going on this roller coaster of emotions known as Mild's Culture Plate really makes it all worthwhile for me. So thank you everybody for showing up. If you're new here, please, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. I feel like there was something I'm forgetting here. The light, you here, do that. No, I guess not. Catch me Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central, every Wednesday, every Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, 6:30 p.m. Central, right here, wherever you're watching me right now, except for Twitch. Sorry, I'm going to be butthurt about that for a while. All right. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Outlast the haters. Don't get any on you. You do rub that shit in real good. I'll catch you next time on Mild's Culture Plate. Good night, everybody.